Hello, this is Pat Walker at MissionWinners.com. I'm doing a training coaching video for everybody. At the St. Louis Investors Meeting, we go through and we answer questions. We answer questions about how to get in, how to get out, but more importantly, how can I find super stocks? That's like the big question always. How can I find these winners? What do I do here? I want to show you something. These are two stocks that we own, and we still own them, and members own them. The first one's CyberArk. We bought it right here. We're up 40% on this stock. We're still in it. That's number one. And by the way, not bragging, 40%. I'm going to show you the other one right here, just for what it's worth. Entry right here, up 36%. Still own it. And again, it's like, no, it's no bragging. It's like, hey, I'd like to know how to do this. I'm going to show you a great tactic that you can use. It's what we teach. It's things I've learned through the years. And I'll tell you this, talking with Bill O'Neill helped years ago. So I want to share this with you. First off, you can say, well, Pat, the earnings were up 82%. I'm going to make that my screen. No. What was the earnings on this stock before it broke out? Earnings were up 42%. 42%. What was the relative strength rank? You could say, well, it's 96. That doesn't count now. That's not what we're after. What was the frickin' relative strength before it broke out? It was right here. Was it over 90? Yeah. But could we just say 85 relative strength? Sure. We could do that. Is it within 20% of 52-week highs? Yes, it was. You can see where I'm going with this. What were the earnings before it broke out? They were up 42%. So what's the minimum? 40% earnings on this stock. We're still in this. But we can't look at these numbers. We got to look at the numbers before it broke out. This is what we were looking at right here. Is it in a good group? Yeah. Was it in a good group when it broke out? Yes, it was. It was in the top 20 groups. Top 20 groups. Let's go back to Cyber. CYBR. We still own this. VIP members we have still own this. Picked it up right here. Cyber, 36% gain. But that's exciting. But let's go in. It's like, well, geez, the earnings are up 117%. I guess that's the number I'll use. No. What were the earnings before it broke out? They were up 92%. Earnings were up, our relative news were up 31%. They were in the top 10 groups when it broke out back then. It is now, but that doesn't count. That's one of the biggest problems I have with so many people to teach. It's like, well, look at it now. It's like, hey, that's investing in the rearview mirror. What the heck was I looking at when it was right here in this price? What were the numbers? 92%. So watch this. In a good group, I'm going to show you something here. You could make a screen, and we're going to make a screen right now. New stock screen. And I'm going to call this, you'll love this, how about that? Man, is that original or what? I'm jumping up and down. Screen for you. So what do we start with? I didn't put an earnings per share rank on there. Nothing like that. The accumulation distribution, you could tell by looking at the charts, was either A or B. Okay? There we go. What's that do? Takes it down. Oh, look at that. We're down from 7,600 to 4,100 charts. Yeah, I'll start going through those now. Baloney. It's in the top groups. They were in the top groups back then. I'll just make group rank A. All right? Oh, I'm down to 1,100. I guess I can scan 1,100 charts every night. Yeah, right. Earnings. What were the earnings before it broke out? Earnings were up 40% or higher. And that's a number from Bill O'Neill too. Now I'm down to 307 stocks. Price and volume. We'll go to price and volume. Price. Both of them were over 20 bucks a share. When both of them broke out, they were within 15% of 52-week highs. No, we're down to 102. But you know what we'll say? They were within 20% of 52-week highs. 110 stocks. What else are we going to put in here? Were both of them above the 50-day? Yes, they were. Price versus 50-day. They were at least 1% over 50-day moving average line. Now I'm down to 104. What was the volume? You don't buy thin stocks, okay? Volume, 50-day average volume, I'll cut it off at 250,000 shares, okay? Down to 77 stocks. I started with 7,600 stocks. I'm down to 77 stocks. There's your shopping list, folks. You want to see something cool? Watch this. We're going to sort it by industry group rank first. You can say, why do we do that? Because Bill O'Neill's research found out. I'm going to show it to you, okay? Watch this. This is going to make you happy. At least I hope it does. This is straight from Daily Graph's research. 87% of these super stocks had earnings up 30% or higher. 71% had earnings up 50% or higher. 86% had sales up. 63% had sales up 50% or more. More than 2/3 of these examples were from the group they were in. Leading groups. Relative strength before their move was 92. Okay? You can see, you can take this recipe and put it in your system to find the stocks. Well, guess what? When I do it, here's the list. We just made the screen. We just made the screen. Here they are. These are the ones. You want to see something pretty cool? We're just going to run it real quick, and I'm going to run through 20, 25 stocks with you right now. Here we go. You just take a look at them, okay? Tell me what you think. Canadian Solar made a nice move, right? 18 to 25. That's not too bad. There's Jinko Solar. I'll just go there. Coop. Look at Coop. We own Coop right there. Look at that. Coop. Earnings were up 260% before they broke out. That's a nice move on Coop. From 70 to 90 something. Do the math. Document. Grinding on up. By the way, don't look at this one. Look at this one here, because that's the number you'd be looking at. GoDaddy. But this one was below the 200 days, so it wouldn't have met the criteria. Okay? Now, earnings up 79% before it broke out. Palo City. Look at that one. Earnings were only up 33. Earnings were up 44 when it broke out. Right here's when the earnings came out. It was a little bit too extended from this base. You wouldn't have known about this, okay? Earnings were up only 33% when it broke out. Oh, well, there's one we missed. Oh, gosh, how awful, okay? This one, you wouldn't have known about this one, okay, with the numbers, negative numbers. Ring Central, earnings up 46%, grinding up. Twilio, grinding up. Alti, this is a takeover. It doesn't count. Wix, moving on up here. Look at that nice move. There's Zen. Earnings, look at this. Earnings up 999% before it broke out. You've got an entry spot right here around 63. 63 to 84, 20 points on 63. 30% on your money. Essent, grinding up. Earnings up 40% or higher. We're always looking at this number here, an NMIH. MongoDB, this one didn't have earnings. They just came out, so you would have missed this part right here. But we have another screen with revenue growth. New Relic. There's WK. Acacia, this is a new one that just lifted off recently, okay? You get my point. This is a merger, so this doesn't count. There's the CyberArk. Earnings up 92%. Folks, it's that simple. This is what we teach. This is what we do for the VIP members, is not just give stock ideas, but show you how to find them, because that's where the power is. Then you're not dependent on somebody else. Wanted to share that with you. I hope that helps you. My goal is to help people. I teach this. I make videos for people, trying to help them speed up their learning curve. I've been doing this since 1986. I've had lunch with Bill O'Neill twice. I sit down and I pick their brains and learn, constantly learn. I hope it helps you, because you know what I want you to do? I want you to learn it too and run with it. Thank you very much.